Welcome everybody. Today we're going to do a classic cocktail, the old fashioned. Everyone likes a good old fashioned, right? Who doesn't? Sometimes they're hit and miss at a bar or a restaurant you get. Sometimes you got to go to a nice high-end restaurant to get a really good old fashioned. Today we're going to elevate that cocktail and I'm going to show you how to do it. All you need is a few ingredients and you're going to elevate the crap out of this cocktail. I'm going to show you how. First and foremost, get your orange. Bam, we got that. We got our drink glass. That's for the end. Stir spoon, mixing beaker. Very important. All right, today we will be using Angustra Bitters. I used the original and I used the orange. We're gonna mix those and I'll show you exactly in what increments and exactly what to do. And we will be using Bliss barrel-aged maple syrup. This is maple syrup put in 12 to 18-year-old barrels. Pretty freaking sweet. This is outstanding. I've used the Pappy stuff, whatever. And then I use Crown a lot. This is an awesome product. However, I found that the Bliss really stands out. So without further ado, let's get to cracking, because that's what we do around here. All right, now, choices of bourbon. A lot of people are like, oh, they keep it in the 90 proof to 100 proof range. I say no. Don't do that. You're cutting yourself at the legs, okay? What you should do, use a non-chill filtered bourbon that's over 100 proof. This is 104 proof, I believe. Yeah, 104 proof, non-chill filtered. This is a single barrel product. I actually picked this barrel myself. We're not gonna use that though. I'm gonna elevate it even more. Now, I always say, the better the bourbon, the better the drink in most cases. So today we will be using a Four Roses single barrel. This is an OESK from the Rind rack. Okay, now you're like, Spencer, that's something to be drink neat or over ice or whatever. Yes, you are right. But in a good high-end cocktail, you'll want a good bourbon or rye. We can take this even further, but we'll do that in another video. And we can get into some really high-end bourbon and ryes that we can add to this drink. But that's neither here nor there. We are here to make a classic old fashioned with a little enhancements. So, what do we need? We got our jigger. I do 2.5 ounces of bourbon. So we'll start with that first. This is a jigger, it's 1.5. I've done this enough to where I know exactly where I need to pour it. All right, we got our bourbon. Next thing we need. Now, I'm very specific with this. I use this little spoon here, and we do exactly 1 spoonful. So, 1 spoonful, and we drop it in. Once it's full, that's it. That's it. No more, no less. Too much syrup, it's too sweet. And also, just for the record, I don't use cherries. If I did, I would use a Luxardo cherry. It tends to be too sweet to me, so I just leave the cherry out of it. You can garnish with the cherry if you want. I don't even use the cherries. Anyways, back to it. So we're gonna use an orange rind. Now I do agitate in the beaker. I think it's kind of important to agitate in the beaker. I don't put this at the end as a garnish. I actually use the orange spritz. We're gonna do a little twist right there. Get that all nice and stirred up. So we have our syrup, we have our bourbon. Now we need our bitters. So that way you guys get to see exactly what I'm doing here. So I need to hold this. 1, 2, that's it. 2 dashes and 2 dashes. I'm very specific. 1, 2, done. No more, no less. It's gonna be over bitter if you put too much bitter in. We don't want that. No one wants an over bitter cocktail. And the bitters can shine through. They are quite bitter, obviously. No pun intended. So now we're gonna stir. We're gonna agitate. We're gonna agitate for about a minute. Stir, stir, stir. Get that groove on. This is gonna be an awesome cocktail, guys. I'm not going to lie. And for the final, we have crystal clear ice, and you'll see it turn clear in a second. I make this myself. It's a product I bought on Amazon. I'll put that in the comments below. Make sure to check that out. It's freaking sweet. It was like 30 bucks, and it makes crystal clear ice. Anyways, here we go. Want to see the magic? Watch this. Crystal clear. And there you go, guys. There you have it. A classic old fashioned. Now, for the final taste. It smells awesome. Oh God, the Four Roses is coming through. It's a beautiful cocktail. Do yourself a favor. Use a barrel strength Four Roses. You'll thank me later. It's perfect. Why I use a barrel-aged or a barrel strength bourbon, it gives it a little bit of punch. Sometimes that ice will dilute down. I use a 2 by 2 inch cube. That doesn't dilute as quick. Some people use crushed ice. I don't do that. You can. It melts faster and it dilutes the drink. In my opinion, this melts slower. It chills it some, and it also helps mix around everything else that's in there and keeps it mixed. So, cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time on Whiskey Review Time. That is a damn good cocktail. No hype. Do it yourself, and you tell me. Check out, make sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and leave some comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Cheers.